Girl, let me tell you what happened to Megan. Now you know I'm just trying to be a new person, right? God is working on me. I'm trying to make the old Lynn go away, and this is the Latrice.
But
okay?
somebody's testing your gangster.
Whew, Lord, and you know how I am about my baby, right?
Yes.
Girl, Megan called me the other day, and she was like, "Mom, let me tell you about what happened to me in the store." I'm like, "What happened?" She said she went to go get a king cake. They had
What's
one.
a king cake?
Girl, it's like a cinnamon roll, but it's got all of the colors and stuff. It's a big thing that they do during Mardi Gras season in New Orleans or in Louisiana.
Okay.
And then it's the one that has the baby in the, the baby. You find the baby, you got good luck and all that. Oh, girl.
Girl, I don't know nothing about that.
I'm gonna have to help you. I'm gonna have to help her to New Orleans and Louisiana. Y'all listen to Louisiana. Look.
My bad.
Act like you don't even hear it. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
There was one king cake left.
Mm-hmm.
It was all dented. She said the box was dented. She said, I don't care. She was getting it for her job. She put it in her basket, went on by her way. She stopped to get some coffee. She said she was looking to get some coffee, and the baby started screaming, Mom, Mom, Mom. She said when she looked, this lady was going in her basket and pulling the king cake out.
No.
And when they pulled the king cake out,
she white or black?
She didn't know she was white.
Shit, what?
Because we ain't gonna do that.
What the hell?
She was white. So she walked and put it in her basket. And so Megan is like, ma'am. And she's ignoring Megan. Okay? So Megan walks up and said, ma'am, you took my cake. I want my cake back. Now, mind you, my baby, she's real nice, cool, calm, and collected. Anybody that know Megan knows she's real cool.
And she got the baby with her.
And then she got the baby with her, right? So she's like, look, her husband is like, the lady's husband is like, what's going on? She's like, she took the cake out. She took my cake out of my basket. And she said, she's lying.
She said she didn't take
She
it?
made a story up that quick.
Oh, she's got to be off her
baby
rocker.
And so she lied and said the cake was up on the shelf between the two pieces of bread. Girl,
She made a whole
story up, okay?
Lord Jesus.
Then, so Megan is like, you're lying. And a couple of cuss words came out because Megan was getting riled up at this point, right? So her husband was like, what are you doing? Like, get this lady her cake. So he goes into the basket. He goes into the basket, grabs the cake, and went to hand it to Megan. And she says, bam!
Girl!
Baby. And the
cake. She knocks the cake?
She knocks the cake. And she looks at Megan. Ain't nobody getting it now. Megan said, you big, bad built bitch. Megan said she went off.
I done went to jail.
Okay? But my baby still ain't. She said, fuck F you, baby. I'm trying to be better. Remember? She was like, F you. And so Megan said she went back and, to her basket, walked off. So people who were around saw what happened and came up to Megan, was, trying to make sure she was good. The manager went back to see if they could get another cake. They didn't have no more cakes, but he was nice enough to call to another store to see if they had one and told them to hold it for her, and Megan got the
All
cake.
I can think about is I'm so glad you weren't
But
there. I'm just so glad she wasn't there.
I'm tell y'all good God is. I'm tell y'all good God is.
Because the LA in her.
Normally,
Lord.
Megan would come pick me up and we go to the store together, or she's talking to me on the phone when she's in the store normally. So we were talking, and when she pulled up, she said, Mom, I'm gonna call you right back. And so she accidentally left her phone in the car. So as this was going, one number
that
Jesus.
Was God. Yeah.
Nothing but. So she was looking for her phone, couldn't find the phone. And so she calls me when she gets back in the car. And so she's telling me, I'm laying on the couch. Girl, I sit up on the couch. I could feel it. I felt it from my toes coming all the way up. And I said, are you still at the store? She said, no. And she's like in tears. She's so angry and upset that she's in the baby crying. Yeah. And so she said,
that's unreal.
She said, Mom, the only reason I didn't deal with that lady is because I had Sky with me and I didn't want to act a fool in front of the baby. I said, I'm glad that you was there and I wasn't with me. I said, if you still at the store, I'm on my way. Because, baby, if I had been at the store, I would have dragged that lady from one end of that damn store to the other. I would have went to jail. I'm telling everybody, all of y'all that feel like y'all want to act a fool, I got bail money and lawyer on tap. And my piece with me all the time.
This is we really went back because How is shit like that happening today?
The fact that she thought it was okay for her to go into her basket
Number one,
and
to take
pull it out and then lie and then slap it down.
Make a whole
When
story.
she slapped it down out of her husband's hand, her husband would have been picking her up off the floor from getting slapped by me. Okay?
So
now I tried to. Now y'all, let me tell y'all.
Lord.
I'm just a new and improved person. And I try my best to keep my crazy card locked in my safe, okay? But people always trying you sometimes, okay? And they want to pull my crazy card out. That day, my crazy card would have been up front and in center, okay? Because I'm telling you, you don't play with my babies. You can play with me all day long, but what you ain't going to do is play with my babies. And the fact that it affected Sky, because Sky started screaming.
That's trauma.
The reason that the lady knew that the lady was even taking it out her basket, because Sky started screaming, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." Sky is 2. So she knew what was going on. She knew that was wrong.
That was wrong. The 2-year-old knew it was wrong.
The damn 2-year-old knew
but the
what
lady
was
didn't
wrong.
know it was wrong.
Okay? Lady, I don't know if you seeing this or not, but look.
If you see her, run. Run!
We've been back to that Kroger a couple of times, and I ask Megan every time we go, is the lady in here? Is she in here? Because she gonna probably don't forget about it, but if I see her, she gonna remember.
It's on site.
On site, baby.
So
mind you, new and improved.
She's a new and improved person. I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, if that would have been you in that situation.
What would you have done?
What would you have done?
With your kid with you.
Yep.
And as the mother of the older, and now mind you, let me say this. My daughter is an adult. She's in her 30s. Okay, so we're not talking about a kid. But as the mom of the adult kid, what would you have done?
What would you have done?
Had you been with her? We want to know.
For more stories like this, y'all, you got to check out 2 Divas
and 1 Mic. Peace.